Hello and welcome back to the Novice Lumberjack, where I have been working on the 55 for the Husqvarna 55 horizontal hustle. So, the Marine Tex and the JB Weld is all dried up, and I had a lot of grinding to do, and it got all in my bottom end over here, and it wouldn't even rotate, but flush after flush with some good two-stroke gasoline. Got it nice and cleaned up, and we're good to go. All right, rotates nice and smooth. Let's have a look and see what we did. All right, so we're all full of Marine Tex, and I cut two little channels. We start off kind of big and then taper down small. Now, they may be far too shallow. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying. Just trying. And now, like this right here, that little like hole that you see there. Let me see. That right there is an air bubble. And I got stuff like that throughout there and can't really do anything about it. But this is what it looks like. Just showing you. I already got all that green stuff is actual two-stroke oil. I didn't know how this Marine Tex was going to be, if my rings are actually going to touch it or not, but I decided to go ahead and slather it up real good with two-stroke oil, and I wiped it off, but I will slather it up again before I put it back together. So anyways, that's the cylinder, and that's how those transfers look. Bottom end here, I filled it all the way up, all across, down like this. However, I had to cut a bunch of it out because the skirt on the cylinder, this stuff right here, was hitting. So I cut it back as far as I needed to get this to fit, and now it goes on there real nice. Not much to say other than that. It's time to put it back together and then get to work on something for the intake. I don't know. I'll probably just try and put a different carburetor on there, a bigger carburetor, and a nice open air filter. Aside from that, I have literally no plans. I did measure. I bolted it all together, and I put the piston in and the spark plug in, and the spark plug did not hit. And so I went ahead then, and I was like, well, the spark plug's not hitting at all. So I have clearance. Now let's give it a little bit more clearance. And what I did, you see that? I cut it off so that, normally that, what's it called? Diode? No, it's not a diode. Electrode, I don't know. The thing over here comes out all the way over top of your spark plug, and the spark actually happens inside that little curvature. There's another one. See how far that sticks out over top of your, I think that's your electrode, the little nub sticking up. Well, this is called a side gap setup. So the spark will actually happen from the side, giving more open access to your fuel and air mixture. And so stuff like this really doesn't matter at all for a regular saw, but whenever you're trying to turn 13,000 RPMs or so, it does make a difference. And not only does it make a difference in speed of the spark and getting to the explosion or the fuel air mixture to create the explosion as fast as possible, it also gives you a little bit more clearance in our situation where we have that great big dome sticking up, and it could possibly smack the spark plug at higher RPMs. Because I don't know how big the gap was. It could have just been like nearly non-existent. I don't know. I can't see in there when the spark plug's in. So the two things that I did right now before I put it back together, the transfers are as done as I'm going to get them for right now, and they might be so small and so tight that it chokes it off and it doesn't run at all. Like I said, I don't know. It's completely experimental. But so we're gonna go ahead and get it back together right now, and then, like I said, try and figure out something for the carb. And we'll see. Okay, we got it all together. I got my tack set up here. We're gonna see if it'll even start. I feel like I've got too much timing in it. It's at 10.8 degrees advanced, and we'll see. It's still got, I mean, even though the exhaust roof is at, what is it, like 96.5 or something like that, it's got ridiculous compression. Let's see if it pulls fuel. Total dog. Total. It's completely and insanely pathetic. So what went wrong? Very possible that I don't have enough flow. I mean, highly likely, I suppose. I can take it apart and grind out those transfers some more. Clearly the clutch is bad. Something's going on there. Heck, maybe the brake is dragging. I'll look into that and we'll try again. Okay, so I put a different clutch on it. So we got that figured out, but it's still running like total shit. It ain't got, it just no balls, nothing. Won't really do RPMs either. And I don't hear any sort of like popcorn up top, so it tells me I probably don't have too much timing in it. Yeah. Poor pathetic little guy. Yeah, so whatever I did not work. Maybe I'll break into it and do something else. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I gotta say, honestly, do I care that much? Especially because I'm not really gonna win any money anyways. But knowing me, I'll probably get in there and mess around again. Maybe I'll just simply put a stock cylinder on there to make sure the saw runs good in the first place. I mean, as it is, this saw was a complete basket case. Maybe that carb is trash. I don't know. But anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and show you this real quick. I had put on this air filter setup thing. You can get these from Amazon. It comes with a like a velocity stack, and the velocity stack I bored it out so that it would fit the carb. But it's got potential. I think that probably it's just I took up way too much volume. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. And so therefore there's not enough air and fuel to actually make it strong. I guess. I don't know. We'll see what we come up with.